Okay, so we've got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. I don't know how long we'll talk, probably as long as you're interested. But first and foremost, it looks like the president has paused airstrikes in Iran. That's a big one we can get into. We had so we've got a lot of crazy stuff to talk, sort of situation in Seattle at a food festival called the Bite of Seattle. I've been to it before myself whenever I lived out there. We've also got ICE is now prepping, or let's say peppering, the anuses of the Haitians. They're going to start targeting Haitians for TPS, which is the temporary protected status. We've got another story coming out of California. I think Colorado, because of all the Californians that moved to Colorado. California family was viciously beaten in an anti-white attack. I don't know if that's something that interests you, but we're starting to see a rise in that. Also, there is this rumor that's flying around that the United States is running out of munitions to use in Iran. I call BS. That's another way for us to divide and also split support for the president. Another big story is a larger immigration enforcement that is rolling out concerning radical left extremism. Radical and left go hand in hand, so do extremism. So those are the stories that I've kind of got like tucked away. If you have a story that you want to talk about in the chat, make sure you put it in there. I'll try to get to it. I have a little bit of time this morning. I've taken the week off because I've already got some big plans. I'll be headed to Springfield, Missouri right after this show. If you meet me at Just For Him cigar shop and you greet me with a boom shakalaka, I'm probably going to reach into my pocket and see if I can help you out. So let's go here. I want to start off here, and I don't know how many of you are interested in what happened in Seattle, but this is a rise in the extremism that we're seeing. It's from that mostly peaceful religion that we've all become accustomed to. Let's see here if I can make this clip a little larger for everybody to see, because this is some real chaos, and we're all becoming too accustomed to the type of chaos this is. But this was a mass casualty event right in downtown Seattle. If you've been to Seattle, we probably got a bunch of Seattle watchers here on the show. You'll know exactly what this is, and I think that's a churro. Is that a churro? Let's go right.
Video and 200K. I'll get that plaque that says 100K. Shooting? Oh shit! Oh shit! Right here! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! Yeah, just get down. Oh, it's right there. Oh shit! Get the register and come. Yeah, you get the register and the tips. And the
Grab
tips.
the money.
Call the other side.
Are you noticing something that I see here? There's no sense of urgency. These people have never encountered any danger. Nobody is running. They're just like walking along like this is crazy. If you have ever heard gunfire in your area, let me know, is this the normal reaction that you see?
Get the register and come. Yeah, you get the register and the tips. And the tips. Call the other side. Call the other side. Hey, call Chimo. Yeah,
the people in the background are just strolling along. Come on down here. Grab your cell
just get behind
phone.
the generator, safest.
Make sure you film
behind the machine. Let's get the money and our important stuff, and we should just come and meet up. Yeah, we're gonna close. We're gonna close. Here, let's put everything away.
You see the kid in the gray suit here? He's more concerned with filming this than he is actually addressing the issue or, more importantly, stopping the threat.
Hey, grab all the bags from the back. Put them in the... Wait, ¿dónde está? Oh, shit, it's right there. Yeah, grab everything from... Hey, no. Grab everything from the back. Yeah, all this stuff, let's put it in the back. Yeah. Because with this many people running around, you never know what they're willing to do. Yeah, so put it all down here.
No one's running. That's the problem. No one is running. These people have never experienced a real threat in their life. Cheeseburger says, do you have any sour cream? This is almost like a Saturday Night Live skit. I believe they're so insulated from what's actually happening that they don't understand a real threat. This is my opinion, and I'm here to give you my opinion. But what are your thoughts here? If you hear gunshots, are you gonna be this complacent? And let me ask you something else. Seattle's a very white liberal city, one of the whitest cities in America. Portland, one of the whitest cities in America. Also very password friendly. And I guess this is exactly what happened there. There was a password event that occurred, or these people were targeted. We saw just what happened in, I think it was in Canada. No, not Canada, Germany. Gooch says they're just crazy. This happened, this is a little bit more of the information. 3 people killed, 4 injured, including a 2-year-old boy. Let's blame the guns now, right? Blame the guns.
3 people have been killed after gunfire erupted at a packed food festival near Seattle's iconic Space Needle. The annual Bite of Seattle event descended into chaos as rapid gunshots rang out, sending families and festival goers running for cover. 2 victims died at the scene, while several others were wounded. Police have detained 1 suspect, described only as a young person, while a second is believed to have fled. Investigators recovered 2 weapons and believe the suspects were shooting at each other. A live stream captured the terrifying moment the violence unfolded, with vendors ducking for cover as gunshots echoed through the festival grounds.
Let me ask you this. Have we become so desensitized to this that it's the norm? Is that kind of where we're at now? Because it seems like that. I want to see if there's any other information I can find about this. 3 women stabbed in Paris. Knife attack, probably most peaceful religion. Let's see here. I want to see. I mean, this is crazy. Berlin pride attack. Injures 29 with the mostly peaceful religion. Also, Biden memo sought TPS for 3.1 million. Laura Loomer is now, supporting Ukraine. How many of you have been in a situation like this? And this is a post from Donald Trump that's up on True Social that he put up this morning. You see this spine? This is what I want to put back in Republicans. Republicans are spineless. I believe part of the problem that's happening in America is we are spineless. We are becoming so just limp-wristed. I didn't see anyone in any of those clips running towards the threat, like law enforcement, maybe some veterans that are actually trying to stop the threat, close the distance to the enemy, shoot, move, communicate, eradicate, eliminate. The king has been in multiple. You live in a bad neighborhood if you've been in multiple. I don't understand why we're not seeing that. Why are we not seeing more people that are going towards the threat? If someone was there, a good guy with a gun can stop. I'm not saying always. A good guy with a firearm can stop bad guys. Somebody said no manliness. Hey, a woman a good woman with a gun. It doesn't matter what your gender is if you want to stop the threat. Memphis, good morning, brother Ben, everybody in the chat. Memphis, he lives in Memphis. Memphis is a violent city. Arkansas, Little Rock, very violent city. I wouldn't dream of going anywhere like that without it. Clarksville, Arkansas, data center, also supposed corruption in Arkansas government office. Have no idea. No idea. Not something that I know about. I try to keep apprised of a lot of stuff going on. I do think it's funny that there are so many rumors abound. I would love to share this email that I got from someone this morning because I didn't discuss a topic they wanted me to discuss. Let's just say it that way. Somebody by the name of George Jurgen. George Jurgen. He sent me about 9 emails this morning, and they're all pretty harassing and threatening. Basically, it started off, sent me a threat, sent me an email. I've already turned this over to the law enforcement this morning. I got a really good friend I sent it to. Sent me an email on a topic that he wanted me to cover. And I haven't covered it. And then in turn, started making some idle threats. I don't deal with threats very lightly, you know. But it's basically, why haven't I covered this topic? I'm a sellout. I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in God. I mean, it went from zero to moron extremely quickly, right? Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Join the channel as a member if you can. Get in the Discord. We have a lot of good people on there that are always discussing and sharing topics. I want to show you something else that just came out, and this is the big one that I like. ICE is preparing a major surge in enforcement operation targeting Haitian migrants in Ohio, places like Ohio. This comes as 300,000 mostly peaceful Haitians can lose temporary protected status. No amnesty for them. It's time to liberate Springfield, Ohio. The dogs and cats will sleep very freely. Bill Melugin reported on this, and I think I'm glad that old Bill did, because we've seen this same old picture down here below.
This week, multiple federal sources tell our Bill Melugin ICE is planning to dramatically ramp up operations to find and arrest Haitian migrants. This comes after the Supreme Court cleared the way for the federal government to end temporary protected status for Haitians. More than 300,000 Haitians could be affected, and sources tell Fox Ohio is one state that could be heavily targeted, as there are a lot of Haitians living in Springfield.
Why are there a lot of Haitians living in Springfield, Ohio? I have an idea. And my idea is the people that put them there wanted Springfield, Ohio to go blue. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Some of the comments here. Haitians are hiding now. It's going to take them years to get out. 300,000, that's a lot of Haitians. It's not really. Biden let in, 100 million people? Official advisory, high risk of flooding in legacy media newsrooms over the next 48 hours. Tears. That's exactly right. Have to mention this as I see it in post on the channel. 300,000 equals 3 million. That 000 at the end of the 300 already says 1,000. There we go. Big or small, deport them all. I'm okay with all that too. No amnesty for these people. No amnesty. And for all the people that say Haiti is not an S-hole, why is everybody afraid of sending them back? You know, Haiti is a poop hole. Let's go here. This is the California tourist. Oh, they were in Hawaii when they got attacked. Oh, book that right up. Let's go. You know what? People from California, they're so empathetic, they'll probably fundraise for their attackers. That's probably what's going to happen here. Look at this. Local cops refuse to classify it as a hate crime. Beautiful area there. Beautiful area. What a nice resort where you can go and just get attacked on the beach with some lobster tail. Wow. These people are insane, aren't they? I don't know where this ends. I don't know how this actually like plays out. I want to go here. This is coming in right now. This one's coming in right now. 3 women stabbed in Paris. Suspect cites, you know, the mostly peaceful religion. It happened at 11:30 a.m., targeting victims 19, 24, 36, one pregnant, serious wounds to their backs and stomachs. All 3 women received hospital treatment with their lives not in immediate danger. France's ongoing concerns over public well, you know, the knives are what's dangerous. Oh, here's the guy right here. Here's the guy. He's running away. Paris, you are conquered. Look at that. Look at this. Little snack bar action right there. But look at all of the complacent people that, oh, they got him. Oh, they got him. Okay, let's see what he says.
Non, mais il est malade. Bouge pas. Malade, ça veut rien dire.
Gratter le plan des gens.
Il a piqué la fille ici.
C'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon.
La fille est couchée là-bas. Arrête de foutre.
What bothers me is how many people this guy ran by and no men wanted to be men. No men wanted to be men. No female soccer players wanted to be men there. Just running with his dinner knife. Yeah, isn't that weird? I think it is odd that we've deballed America. We have taken away any level of of any, like, oh, Tommy Robinson, pregnant woman among 2 people rushed to the hospital. Of course it was. Here we go again. Wonder what the left will blame this one on. Oh, here we go. It's Allah who made me do it. Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, the mostly peaceful religion, always very peaceful, right? Here he is right here. Look at this, just running around. And somebody took the time to film it on Snapchat rather than addressing the threat. That's what bothers me, ladies and gentlemen. That's what really, really grasses my goat, to say that, to reference the peaceful religion. Give me a call if you want to talk about this. I'm going to open up the calls a little earlier so that people can get in here a little more. Bunker Busters, Pickaxe Mountain, my latest Getter post. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I don't know much about Getter. I don't know much about that. But I would love to get your opinion on this, because the attack is horrible. The response is what bothers me. Look at the police. They're texting for help. Right? That's what bothers me the most, is the complacency. The complacency with our law enforcement, with our men. What happened to dudes being dudes? Let's kick it off right here. Good morning. I think you're a dude. What do you got?
Yeah, it's MWP, Mercer County. Yeah, Ben, that guy just casually jogging away with his dinner knife. He knows he's not going to get in trouble. He knows they're going to, eventually somebody may tackle him, put him to the ground like you saw there. But the government's not going to do anything to him. If anything, they're going to arrest the bystanders that put him to the ground and sprained his ankle, and they'll throw them in jail.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question here. We know what happened in New York on the subway where there was the Marine veteran, and VB Gooch brings it up, right? I'm about to say the dude's name. Daniel Penny was basically treated like a war criminal because he tried to stop a threat. Do you think people are scared to get involved because of the repercussions Is that's what
Absolutely.
preventing? You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think so, man. Because there's a book written that says at certain times what's right will be wrong and what's wrong will be right. So
We got to
seems to me that's
reward
where
this
we're at,
criminal
brother.
behavior. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for calling.
Thanks
God
a lot,
bless you.
man. Appreciate it.
Great call. VB or Gooch, you took the words right out of my mouth. The same thing with Seattle with the incident there. Nobody tried to prevent anything. No one, they were like, "Oh, grab the cash and film it. Film it. Get this on TikTok." Right? This is what is bothering me. Is that people are so lazy and complacent that they don't want, I mean, obviously this is mental health. This is a mental health problem. But damn. Let's go Chris, Arkansas. What do you got?
Hey man, Ben, I think you were kind of right on the whenever you said that people have been deballed.
Your
they
phone's
sitting
cutting out
around
really
just
bad.
looking at the dude. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm breaking up really bad.
Yeah, your phone's you got to call back. Your phone's breaking up really bad. Sound like you were on a submarine. President Trump is rejecting reports that the U.S. is running low on munitions. I don't believe we're running low on munitions at all, but that's a way to divide the country so that, well, I don't know if they think that we're doing that. Let's go to something else. 7 Save-A-Lot stores in Chicago are closing. Apparently, they're getting robbed too much. I don't know how you. I think it's. I don't say it's funny, but I think it's a weird take. The city spent $14 million to keep these Save-A-Lot stores. And let's hear this.
I know the struggle. I was there. I saw it. So it's like, man, another blow to the community, and ain't nothing we could do about it.
Again, we have nothing. So I don't know what we're going to do. There's nothing around here. No.
Tell your kids to quit robbing the place. How about that, Shaniqua?
I know the struggle. I was there. I saw it. So it's like, man, another blow to the community, and ain't nothing we could do about it.
Again, we have nothing. So I don't know what we're going to do. There's nothing around here. No stores. This is based on these.
There's obviously a piercing store around there. You got like 6 piercings in your face.
Store you can come to, that you get fresh produce and get groceries for little or nothing.
I know the struggle.
So apparently, 7 grocery stores are shutting down in Chicago this weekend. The city spent $14 million to keep them. They're going to blame the grocery stores, is what they're going to blame. Line 3, go right ahead. What do you got?
Good morning, Ben. I am from Texas, and I am a truck driver, and I just came from New Jersey, and I saw something really interesting. In New Jersey, they don't fuel their own cars. They have attendants that do it. The attendants were Muslims. Every one of them. Every station I went by. And I thought
Do
that
you
was
care
kinda
who pumps your gas?
Well, my thing is, this is my theory, and I don't, is I think something's going to happen, and all these people that we have let in our country are going to come out from underneath a rock.
Well, that's
just my
already
theory.
happening. That's already happening. You're seeing
Yes.
that already. But do you
Yes.
care who pumps your gas? If you pull up somewhere and they don't look
Not
like you don't
really.
want to pump your gas?
Not really. I don't care about that, but it just seemed kind of odd that there was no, American, white, black, Asian.
Do you know why?
What?
Do you know why? I can tell you why.
Oh, why is that?
It's 3 words. 3 words. Americans are lazy. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate it. Americans are lazy. They're entitled. Let's go here. Got the sushi in there. Got the steaks. Got the horseradish. That's why this grocery store closed in Chicago. Because Shaniqua just stole a sack full of meat. That's why the store, and a bunch of Boone's Farm, it looks like. Got the sushi, got some horseradish. You need the horseradish. Oh, got them neck joints. Cooking them beef necks. Let's go here. Beef necks on the menu. What do you got? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Ben. It's Anton here. How are you?
Anton, talk to me real quick. I'd love to ask you this question. Chicago just shut 7 grocery stores. So now they're calling it a food desert. So there's no grocery stores around there. But no one will talk about that the residents that live around there that keep robbing the place, that's the problem. Anton, you own a store. How do you deal with, I mean, I don't even know if you have shoplifting. I don't know, but what would you like to say?
No, out here, you know, people are a little careful because things might not end well if you shoplift in Texas. Yeah, exactly. You know, people are very polite because people are armed, and armed people produce a polite and honest society. So
let me ask you this: do you?
Sorry, yeah. You go.
Do you think by having an armed society, it gives people a little more hesitancy? Is my guess. What's your thoughts on that?
A lot more. So you know, when you run around with a gun, you know, shooting at unarmed innocent people, it's very brave of you when they can't shoot back. But when you don't know who's got a gun, and you're probably going to end up getting shot, because generally people who carry and you know, conceal know exactly what they're doing with a gun. Half of these people that do the, you know, quote unquote mass shootings, you know, these are not practiced people. They just random.
Right.
If you run into a crowd with an AR-15 and you know what you're doing, 2 dead is not what's going to happen. You know, and 3 injured. That's not how that's going to play out. If you've got an AR and you can reload and you know how to handle your weapon and you know how to hit the target, that's not going to be the outcome. These are just radicals, I think, half the time trying to make a name for themselves because, you know, the media has to make a big hoo-ha every time someone does this.
What do you think about the guy in France? Because we just saw Germany with the password parade get attacked. The guy in France running around with a kitchen knife, and then the incident in Seattle. That would
never happen if they were armed. That would never happen. That guy would be dead before he could move. But I'm of the opinion, anyone where you have footage like that, where there's absolutely no doubt of who the perpetrator is, those people should be executed with no trial. There should be no court case. We have 100%.
The word allegedly doesn't need to be used. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not. You know, allegedly could be for the motivation, but the action is not alleged. It is blatantly obvious to anybody that has eyes. And those people shouldn't be, how can I say, they shouldn't be termed as you know, mentally ill and not you know, they cannot stand trial. They should just be removed from society permanently. They should be publicly executed.
Let me ask you this:
2 or 3 executions, that nonsense will stop.
I want to ask you this real quick. That incident in Seattle, how complacent were those people? They hear the shooting, they just stand there and they're filming it. I don't believe these people have ever experienced a real emergency in their life. Would you agree with that?
No, I agree with you. 100%. I don't think they understand actually what's happening there. They hear the gunshots and they think other people will get shot. It's not going to be them because they think it's a video game or something.
Okay. Yeah, it's Call of Duty. It's not real. It's not real to them. I think you're 100% right. Go right ahead. I've got your store up here on the shop.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to add one thing real quick with the lady talking about the Muslims. So we discussed this a couple of days ago. We have a little podcast, you know, the way we talk some nonsense in the mornings. And my opinion is a lot of Americans, it's not that Americans are lazy, but, you know, we got all these H visa people coming in.
Sure.
All right. And when these people are hired, so we dealt with this in, a previous life that I had where I was involved in technology. So what happens is if you want an American to do a job, okay, you have to pay the American a certain amount of money so that, the person can afford their car, afford their house, possibly, get married, have kids, things like that. So there's a kind of minimum baseline salary you have to go off of. Now, forget about the teenagers and school kids and things like that go and do temporary jobs, because for me, if you're going to fill gas, that's like a temporary job. That shouldn't be your future.
Sure.
But, truck drivers and things like that, and I had the specific discussion with a truck driver. There's a minimum kind of, call it $3,000 or whatever, that someone needs to earn so they can afford a house and they can afford a car and they can eat, and afford the insurances. Maybe, if they have a better half, get married, have some kids. But when you bring the H visa guys in, they will literally rent one house or live in the truck. It's 3 of them. They have no overhead expenses, and they'll just, drive the truck or do whatever the job is that's at hand, live in a commune, and their goal is not to establish and create a family and contribute to the economy here. Their goal is to take the money back to where they come from so they can support their family there. So the expense drops exponentially that the business owner has to fork out to pay these guys.
Let me ask you a question.
That's the biggest problem.
Quick question. I'm going to take some more calls.
Sure.
You moved here from South Africa. You experienced real threat, daily threat. You experienced apartheid. Do you, and I just want a yes or no, do you support amnesty for the people that are here illegally? You came here the right way.
Absolutely not. No, never, ever.
Okay. All right. Anton, I've got your site up here, Biltong USA, got your phone number up here. Anton's a sponsor on the channel. He's never paid me a penny except for the sneaky super chats that he drops, but he does send me some Biltong. I love it. I'll be taking some with me to the cigar shop in Springfield, Missouri today. Anton, you call back anytime. You're a brother from another mother. I look forward to meeting up with you this week.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Take it easy, man.
God bless you. Y'all go check out Biltong USA. Anton, legend. Absolute legend of a guy. What are your thoughts about Chicago? Now, they're going to twist it around. Mayor Johnson is going to come out and say that this Save-A-Lot grocery store obviously hates black people. They hate black people or they wouldn't be moving their stores. And I mean, that's going to be the conversation that's being had. And I think it's pitiful that that's the way that this will move. Because obviously it's the grocery store's fault. It's the grocery store's fault, right? Not the people that are stealing, not the crime. Look at that. The crab legs are all gone. Crab legs, aisle 6, refill. We need a refill on crab legs. Right? I'm not trying to be facetious here, but some of their problems that are going on here, they have created themselves. Let's try this. Line 3. What do you got, line 3? Where are you calling from? What's your name first? Let's start with that.
Michael from Benton, Arkansas.
Michael from where?
And, back in the 80s, we had a sheriff in Plaskett County up in Little Rock named Tommy Robinson, of all things.
Okay.
and he kind of solved the problem of the little stores, liquor stores getting robbed.
Okay, how did he do it? How did he do it?
He rotated armed deputies with a shotgun around all these stores.
I don't agree with that.
But what he did, he put a sign on the doors and had a deputy with a shotgun. It was just up, and it said, if you rob this store, you may be shot.
I don't agree with having to put deputies in a store because it takes them off the street, and that means a taxpayer is paying for security for that store. Thank you for calling, but I don't agree with it. Thank you for calling, but I don't agree with a taxpayer paying for the personal security of a store. I don't have a deputy doing personal security here at my place. I don't have that. I want to play this. Let's go here. I want to see how bad this is.
Well, here we go again.
A store in the neighborhood is just going away. Look at this. This is crazy. We lost every store in the hood, y'all. Every store in the neighborhood is just.
Whose fault is it? In the chat, whose fault is it that these stores are closing? Is it the store's fault? Or is it the people robbing the place? Is it the community?
Out of here. Everything's 50% off. This is crazy. What the hell we gotta go shop at now for food? Goodbye, Save a Lot on 107th and Halsted. This is crazy. Guess you're on the list. This is absolutely nice.
I don't think you can blame the business for empty shelves. If you do, I think you've got a real weird, twisted way of looking at society. Lines are open. Feel free to chime in on this. Amazing Disgrace. Oh, that's a good name. I can safely bet the person has multiple prior convictions, has no business being among civilized society. Probably not wrong. Thank you for the super chat. Let's go here. Man, people are fired up about this. Where are you calling from? What is your name?
Calling from Fraud Soda. This is Bob.
Bob in Fraud Soda. Bob, what would you like to say about what's going on in Chicago with these grocery stores shutting down? I think Chicago is the highlight. I bet this is happening across America and we just don't know it. What are your thoughts on that?
Ben, I already know for a fact you know what my thoughts are. I'm a retired law enforcement officer, as you know.
I remember that. Yes, sir. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. You as well. My toy of choice is the FN57. I carry that wherever I go. Okay?
Okay.
And I was in a little town in western Minnesota. I won't tell you the exact spot, but
okay, don't. Yes.
It had a store, and an individual came in, loaded up their grocery cart.
Okay.
And then proceeded right out the door. Now, I wasn't there, but I came in about 15 minutes after it happened, and the manager saw me, and he knows who I am, and he said, "Gee, we just had this happen." And I said, "Why didn't you stop the individual?" "Well, because corporate told us we can't because we'll get sued." Okay, and Ben, I wish I could sit down with you over a beer and you and I'd have a chat. We'd leave thinking, oh, we're a carbon copy of each other.
Why do you think people are so intimidated, complacent, scared to act? What happened to society? When did we lose that inane sort of drive to protect what's ours? When did that happen?
I'll tell you what when it happened. I'll tell you exactly when it happened. When pastors in churches stopped preaching the Bible.
Okay. Bob, I really appreciate you calling, Bob. I do, because you have a law enforcement background, and I agree with you. My grandfather I've got some family did a little preaching, I'll just say that. And he would never tell anyone whenever he was going to preach out of the book of Revelation, because nobody would come to church that day. Bob, thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. Yeah. I want to play this. Let's go here. This looks like a good interview. Man on the street. I love the man on the streets.
Sure, it's going to be an impact on the community and people close nearby that they won't be able to get necessities and what they need at a convenience for them.
So, that's bad, though, because this is the only little cheap, not cheap, but reasonable store that we have around the neighborhoods.
It's just opened up. Now it's about to close down again. We have nothing.
Oh, she's popular. She's popular.
So I don't know what we're going to do. There's nothing around here. No stores. This is basically the only store you can come to. That you get fresh produce and, get groceries for little or nothing.
Like I say, a majority of the people that work in here, they like my family, so I know the struggle. I was there. I saw it. So it's like, man, another blow to the community, and ain't nothing we could do about it.
Well, you could quit robbing the place. Or if you know who's robbing the place, you turn them in. That's the problem here. Real KRO, thank you very much for the $49.99 super chat. God
Amen.
bless you.
Hallelujah. And boom,
obviously all this is Trump's fault for the crime here, right? Hometown grocer, Save-A-Lot, shutting down. Uh-oh. The government's literally starving this people. She is starving to death. Lines are open. I want to get some more calls in on this. This is a touchy subject. A lot of people are probably scared to even talk about. Shooting at the Bite of Seattle kills 3, includes a toddler. I don't want to see that. We've already seen that one. Let's go. Line 1, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Dale from New Jersey.
Dale in New Jersey.
I'll tell you, these people that are on talking about the store, the situation they're experiencing is directly linked to the failure to enforce the rule of law. If criminals believe that they can commit crime and they're not going to be held accountable and they're going to be released even if they're arrested out on the street, you actually build the culture of criminal behavior because of the fact that if a criminal has the ability to continue to commit crime without ever being held accountable, then, they're going to do it. Just like in El Salvador, when the president, became in El Salvador, he cleaned out the whole judicial system because the judges weren't holding criminals accountable. We need a clean out of our judicial system where people are actually held accountable. But another thing I wanted to bring to your attention, I saw something amazing yesterday, and I think a lot of people haven't picked up on it. The Musk interview. The lady that was questioning him.
We've talked about it from The Economist.
Yeah,
we've talked about it.
But I'm saying she actually said with the USAID, she said, but USAID is covering mostly all the health insurance for the countries.
Yep, we knew that.
Yeah, and it was just like, and so it's like I'm surprised Elon didn't come back and say.
I don't know how this ties in. You've moved around on me a lot here. You went from New Jersey, crime, judges, Elon. I understand. I've got to try to stay on topic, but I really appreciate you calling. God bless you. We were moving a lot of. It was 3-card Monty there. So we've got Chicago looking bad, Seattle. People are too scared to act. What about this one? What about this? This is a weird one for me. Sean Ryan, former Navy SEAL, says he's not proud of serving in the military anymore. A fellow Navy veteran, fellow Navy guy. If there's anyone in the chat that's a veteran, please chime in your branch of service. And does it bother you when another veteran says they don't, that they regret serving their country? This is insane.
Well, I've had a ton of encounters. But
encounters.
Yeah. Even after that, there's been it's been a long 3 weeks. And I'll just say this. I've talked to some of the most respected exorcists in the country.
Whoa.
And I've been working with them, and
I hope you do.
Things have happened. And like really scary shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's happening and that's real, which is more real than anything I've ever experienced.
Oh, wow.
Then the other is definitely real too.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
It's exactly right. If there are supernatural forces that are evil acting on people, which there are, and I've experienced them personally, then that's proof of God. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not faith to me anymore. It's fact. It is 100% fact. There's just no other way to look at it.
Isn't that a comforting fact?
Yeah.
I'm really going to pray for this guy. I really hope that he finds some peace. I really do, because I think he's very troubled. Look at this one. Look at this. This is insane. Here we go.
Like, I was a part of that institution.
That's horrible.
I wish I never was.
Mhm.
And
you wish you were never a Navy SEAL?
I mean, I don't regret it. I enjoyed my time there, but I mean, it just, I obviously don't align with the ethics and what
The Navy's core values are honor, courage, commitment.
whatever value system they're going off of, which doesn't seem to be much. But anyways, the point being is that's just one institution.
What do you think about that? Somebody saying they regret joining the military, serving their country. I don't understand this, but I think he's a troubled soul, very similar to this one. I think he's very troubled. Lines are open. I'd love to get your opinion on some stuff this morning. Whatever kind of wherever you want to call in from, just make sure you give me your name and where you're calling in first thing in the morning. I'm just having some coffee before I head to Springfield, Missouri, not Ohio. Citizenship revoked. Trump ramps up controversial plan to revoke citizenship. I love it. That's exactly what I voted for. What is your name and where are you calling from? Thank you for calling, first and foremost. What's your name?
Hi, it's AJ from San Francisco.
Hey, don't step in the poop. Don't step in the poop.
Isn't that... Sorry, what?
Don't step in any poop. What would you like to talk about?
Sean Ryan.
Okay.
Isn't he the self-described cartel drug runner?
He did admit to running a cartel while he was an active duty SEAL. That's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
But
his words,
feels
not
bad
mine.
About serving the country.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, seems kind of ass backwards to me. He should be ashamed of what he done to so many people here that got hooked up on those drugs.
You know, there's two crimes that have no time limit. Number one is tax evasion, and the other one is drug trafficking. So I would think about that.
Well, I'll tell you, I hope he gets his just desserts.
I hope he finds peace and
well, you're better than I am.
I am trying to be a good human being today. I'm really I started my day off with some really nasty emails that I reported to the police this morning. So there you go.
All right. Well, I hope they snatch him, whoever's hurting. Yeah, it's just, I think there's just too much hate in the world.
Well, the guy that emailed me was really stupid. He used his real name and his real Gmail address. So he was pretty stupid. And usually stupid people do stupid things. I appreciate you calling, AJ. God bless you, brother. Yeah. California. Calling in from California. Here we go. 700 mass, incidents in 23. 95% of them gang violence. That's a good one. A cargo ship carrying a Ukrainian grain ship was hit by the Russians. Cruise missiles. They sank it. They sank their battleship. Look at this. Wow. Here's something interesting. You saw what happened in Seattle. The people running, walking briskly while a shooting was going on. Everybody's got their phones out. If there was a Bigfoot, do you think everybody would have already caught him on iPhone? I think they would have already caught him. I think Bigfoot would have already been taken out. This is one that really blows my mind. This is Catherine Herridge, and this is one that caught my eye this morning. And I do like a quick scan of the news. And I already signed up to support Catherine because of what she's doing. I'm going to turn the lines off real quick while I play this clip, and then I think you all are going to be blown away.
These records got a lot of attention. They were instant messages sent by a senior FBI official, Nikki Flores, and she talks about running a shadow government across the FBI at this point. Is there a shadow government?
I don't know if people say I'm part of the, like wearing their shadow government t-shirts in the building where they're like, I'm part of the shadow government. But there's certainly people who believe that they are the adults in the room and they're here to make sure that, you know, the political leaders that are in charge, we can't let them do anything too crazy. You know, we're here to make sure we temper their worst
tendencies.
Thank you. I think that in effect, what you have are people who act as a shadow government, whether they know they're doing it or not.
Also in this instant.
Question for everyone in the chat. You can answer it 1 for yes, 2 for no. That's typically what I do here. Do you believe that there is a shadow government? Do you believe that there is an entity within our own government actively working against the president? La Bag Chaser, Bigfoot's 100% real. He gave me this coffee cup. Bigfoot gave me this coffee cup. Right? He gave it to me. Do you think there is an absolute shadow government?
Whether they know they're doing it or not.
Also in this instant message, it says that all election-related IIRs, these are intelligence reports, must come through FBI headquarters.
There is an absolute shadow government.
Show that there was an effort to keep all of this election information on a close hold so that they could control it.
Yeah, of course. In my opinion, that's exactly what that means. If they're trying to get a handle on every single report that comes in and centrally locate it, okay, there might be some reason why you want to do that, but it sure doesn't look good. Not if you're over there also saying, hey, man, I'm part of the shadow government.
Catherine Herridge, I watched the whole interview. It's about 40-minute long interview. I've got a poll and a question in the chat right now, a poll question. Do you believe there's a shadow government, number one? And then, who is running it? Someone has to be running it. Somebody's got to be pulling the strings. But who? That's my big one right there. That's the question for the phone calls right now. Who's running the government? Who's running this shadow government? The lines are open, 615-475-7864. The comments here on crazy. Where's Trump appointed CIA Director John Ratcliffe? Where's Trump's appointed FBI Director Kash Patel? I believe they're probably investigating this. Lines are open. I would love to get your thoughts on who is actually running this so-called shadow government. And I know a lot of people are going to say Obama. I know that's the easy answer. I think it might be bigger than Obama. I don't know who is bigger than Obama. Maybe the Neville Roy Singhams, the George Soroses, the Alex Soroses, those folks, the super rich. Bigfoot's the hide and seek champion of the world. You're absolutely right. I don't know if Obama and Clinton, I think this has superseded Obama and Clinton. Let's go here. Line 1, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Kelly from Kansas.
Kelly in Kansas. Kelly,
Yes.
do you believe there is a shadow government working against the current president?
And I don't think that we see them. I think they're above our government.
Who might they be? Who might they be? What is your best guess on who that could be?
I don't want to say because it sounds kind of crazy, but I think
We're
we
here
have
for
a really
crazy. I'm here for all the crazy. Let me know. Who do you think?
just an entity that isn't human.
Like an
Because
alien or what?
maybe reptilian, but I don't know. But I think it's definitely a shadow government, and we're in big trouble, and that's why all this stuff keeps happening.
You think like lizard people?
I don't know. Possibly. There's a lot of theories, but you know, when you ask yourself, how could humans do this, and you keep going down the rabbit hole, you get some crazy ideas, and you know.
Who
But
have you ever
I
seen one of these lizard people?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Damn. I was hoping you had. I was hoping you had seen one. I was wanting to get some level of description from a lizard person. Now, a lot of people say the city of London. I don't know if the city of London has that power anymore. London is basically just a new mecca, so to speak. A lot of people are saying financial elite, but thank you for calling. I appreciate it. God bless you. Out of Kansas. There we go. Snakes in the weeds. Here we go.
This moment in a bigger picture does harken back to one that we've seen before on the campaign trail. Like when Donald Trump said this when he was in Minnesota in 2016 about Somali refugees.
Oh, there we go. We got to take care of them.
Here in Minnesota.
Let's go here. I'm going to grab this call and we'll finish that. Line 3, what is your name?
My name's Ronnie.
Ronnie, where are you calling from?
From Norman, Oklahoma.
Norman, Oklahoma. Ronnie. Ronnie, who's running the shadow government?
How about we just, all the movies and secret societies, how about we just, the obvious, there is some kind of secret societies out there.
How do we know about it if it's a secret?
Exactly.
How do we know?
That's exactly, if you were going to be a conspiracy theorist and believe in all of that, you would have to believe that they do a good job. They extort people. They talk about blackmailing Biden. Like, is this, China, this, that, and the other? These guys get a hold of certain information. They extort people all through. How does the Democratic Party get so batshit crazy and say it right in front of us, lie right in front of us, if there's not something, whether it's demonic or if it's secret society crap, which from the things that you hear and all that land.
Do you believe
we were talking about
in
aliens
secret?
a second ago.
Hold on. Do you believe in secret societies?
I absolutely do.
What is the top 3 secret societies you believe in?
Well, let's just go with the actual real societies that existed at the beginning of our
Give me the top 3.
USA.
Top
well,
3.
Let's say Freemasons, right? The Illuminatis and all that. I don't really know about. If that's
who's the third one?
That would probably be it to me, like the skulls or whatever.
So only 2.
Now I did hear about on Joe Rogan. Somebody could probably tell what it is in England and the British secret society. There was Joe Rogan was talking to a British guy about a secret society that had what do you call it? Like an icon for their secret society that was a sheep.
You're going to have
an
to
actual wolf.
You're going to have to send me that information. This is a long explanation to get where we're going. But thank you very much for the call. So Freemasons, Illuminati. Okay. All right. We got it. I'm not saying there are or there aren't. I don't know. I'm just here to ask some questions. Let's back this up here. I think the news media could be a secret society. I think the news media could be a big one. And here's my problem. Think of how many news reporters in the United States are not born in the United States. Could they be working for someone else? Number one. To be president, you're supposed to have been born in the United States. But yet you can be a member of Congress, not be born in the United States. The president of the United States has a term limit. Members of Congress, no term limits. Members of the Senate, no term limits. That's what bothers me. You can be born from another country, come to America, get on news like Caitlin is here, and say a lot of crazy stuff, right? With zero repercussions.
This moment in a bigger picture does harken back to one that we've seen before on the campaign trail. Like when Donald Trump said this when he was in Minnesota in 2016 about Somali refugees.
Here in Minnesota, you've seen firsthand the problems caused with faulty refugee vetting, with large numbers of Somali refugees coming into your state without your knowledge, without your support or approval.
My next source knows firsthand what follows political rhetoric like that. The Democrat from Minnesota, Representative Ilhan Omar.
What kind of country do we want to be? Right? Is this the kind of rhetoric and messaging that we want the world to see? What Harris did so well last night was remind the American people that this manic, dangerous liar cannot be reelected as president of the United States, and how crucial it is for us not to go back to the dark and dangerous days of the Trump presidency.
Dark days, Trump presidency. So dark. Somalia, so good. Trump is promising to make data centers pay for energy costs with this ratepayer tax hike. I think that's amazing. He's not going to pass that on to the customer. Elon was correct about Fauci lying. Listen to this.
Fauci's a freaking demon, if you ask me.
If you read RFK's book,
Yeah.
if the real Anthony Fauci, if that's correct, if the facts are in there, that's true, it's all referenced, you could find the sources, and on top of it, he's never been sued for that book,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any sense. If he just made a bunch of lies up, he would get sued.
Yes.
So the guy's a monster.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think, like, just looking at the lies that he told, the way
What happened to Rand Paul bringing Fauci to justice? What happened to that one?
he tried to define gain-of-function research to Rand Paul.
But people, I think maybe a lot of people out there don't realize Fauci funded the bioweapons research that was going on in Wuhan, and he bank shot it off. Like, you can't send the money directly to China, so he just bank shot it off EcoHealth.
Right.
This like fake nonprofit in
Right.
the U.S. and they sent it to Wuhan. Fauci's a
Anti-science.
freaking demon, if you.
What do you think about this? I think Rogan has become red-pilled. I really do. Let me go here. I don't know if you're a big Rush Limbaugh fan. I got to play this, and then I'm going to give you my opinion.
Rush Limbaugh, I hope the country fails. I hope his kidneys fail. How about that?
Look at Obama laughing as she says something nasty about one of the legends.
Rush Limbaugh, I hope the country fails. I hope his kidneys fail. How about that?
White House Correspondents' Dinner. The left freaked out. Trump said that Caitlin Collins looks like Dylan Mulvaney. Obama's White House Correspondents' Dinner, they actually wished death upon Rush. That's a weird move, isn't it? Michelle Tafoya, this is up in Minnesota. Forgive her, right? She sounds based.
And then 5 days ago, she wrote an open letter to Donald Trump on her Substack account saying, please don't run for president again.
I think people know that if Trump does throw his hat in the ring, as he's expected to do, that chaos is back. And we've had enough. I mean, people are exhausted.
Why is Tafoya going so far as to say, don't run, Trump?
There are so many things going on that people want some leadership without that kind of baggage, without that kind of tumult. I hear it a lot from people I know who voted for Trump, who just don't want to see him back now. They want something a little closer to normal.
Right.
I think people want sanity. I think people want to breathe normally again. I think people see the writing on the wall.
And this just isn't Tafoya. 3 days ago on Fox, a tweet about calls for Trump to delay his announcement. The Hill.
Yeah, even Fox didn't want Trump to run. I see a comment here. Mike, Rush wished failure on the country. Find that clip, Mike. I'll give you a $10 bill. Find the clip where Rush said he wished failure on the country. I think he wished failure for the Obama administration, which I think we saw. Now, I want to show you a couple of things here that are coming out this morning. DNI Bill Pulte is declassifying documents so fast, it's not even funny. And Mike's saying you sound insane, but Pulte is dropping documents faster than we can keep up. Look at all the documents that he's dropping, these sensitive documents. After the speech, Trump is declassifying things. This is insane, the level of transparency that we're getting right now. And a lot of it goes back into election interference. Look at that little Russia, China, Iran. We knew that was happening. More election stuff, espionage. Look at all the documents Bill Pulte's releasing. Does it make sense now why the Democrat Party didn't want, and I would say even some of the Republicans, didn't want Bill Pulte to be the DNI? The government, this shadow government, was even taking Trump's Truth Social posts. Look at all the documents that are being released. Oh, look at that. B2. I think that's a B2 flying over there. Let's go here. 3 dead at that shooting. That's horrible. Far more than we need. Trump dismissing the claims there. Here we go. Acting DNI Pulte fires more deep state intel officials. Last month, he fired 50 of them. 50 of them gone. This is the first president to really drain the swamp. I'm very proud of President Trump. I know a lot of people are not. That's okay. It's okay if you don't like Trump. I don't care. It's your opinion, right? I'm not even going to subject you to Margaret Brennan. I think she's a clown. Here's a question for you. Can Mike Lindell win in Minnesota after his amnesty flub? There's one for you. It looks like for Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar is ahead by about 19 points in the polling. It's an open primary. Anyone can vote in the primary. There's a lot of information coming out now that Democrats are voting for Mike Lindell for the Republican primary, and then the election, they're going to vote for Klobuchar. We kind of knew that was going to happen. But what are your thoughts with that? Did anybody of you realize that this was an open primary? It looks like Lindell is polling ahead of his opponent, Lisa Damuth, right now. But it seems like this is a trap situation here. A little bit of a trap situation. Follow me on X at Navy Vet. Love to get your opinion. We got a lot of people watching over on X. Here you go. WNBA star accuses her ex-girlfriend of cheating on her. Nobody cares. This is the type of virgin that you get with the snack bar, folks. There you go. You get 72 of these. 72 of them, right? I'm going to turn the phone lines on here for a second. Let's see here. Donna Bird shared my post about your podcast. I posted for your show. She got 50,000 followers. I don't know who Donna Birdie is. I have no idea who that is, but thank you. I don't know who Donna Birdie is, but thank you for sharing that. The lines are open. I would love to take a few calls before I get on I'm going to go ride my bicycle. Or who sang that song? Was that I can't remember. I'm going to ride my bicycle. I think it was Queen, wasn't it? If you're a submarine vet, please check in. I remember that Steph guy really doesn't like anybody mentioning that they were a member of the military. Let's go here. James in Virginia. What do you got, James? Rapid fire. What do you got?
Ben, it's real obvious who's running the shadow government. All you got to do is just look around. The people that's fighting election integrity. They're fighting it. It's all over the place. But by the way, Ben, I watched you yesterday smoking a big cigar, drinking a tea.
I love a good cigar.
That cigar, there should be some kind of tax on that cigar because you're polluting the air a little bit. It's a little bit too big. I don't know what it would percentage-wise, but you need to pay something.
You know, every time I smoke a cigar, it reminds me of how lucky I am in life. I'm so lucky. So lucky. That's what I
It
think.
reminds me of freedom.
It
Putting
is
it in their
freedom.
face.
It is freedom. And they hate freedom. James, isn't it
Oh,
crazy how many rhino Republicans don't support the SAVE Act? Are you starting to understand that?
oh yeah, they're part of that shadow government. They're part of it. You can just see them. They're
Yeah.
all over the place. You know, in the communist state of Virginia, oh my God, you have no idea what we're going through here. No idea.
I got a friend that lives there in Virginia, and he calls me and text messages me all the time. God bless you, James. I take care, brother.
You too, Ben.
Let's go, Tommy down in I think Florida.
That's it. Hey, can I put my coin in the slot? Can I get my $5 worth?
Absolutely. What do you got?
Listen to me. It started in Egypt, ancient Egypt, the Freemasons. That's one. Okay,
Why?
The gods, the demigods of Egypt.
Why?
Freemasons, the measurement angle and the angle and
Let
the thing
me
that makes the
slow you
chalice.
down here for a
Listen
second.
to me.
Hold
The thing
on.
that makes
No,
the
it's my
chalice
show.
important, Ben.
It's my show.
All right.
It's my show.
Go ahead.
How many people do you know that are Freemasons?
My grandfather, my uncle, everyone, one of my family except my father. 'cause
So
he
your
figured it out.
grandfather was obviously evil, right?
My grandfather was not evil. He just was ignorant to the fact that it was an Egyptian cult and it came through the Catholic Church.
Is
And
it really an
it is
Egyptian
in the
cult?
news. It is in the news. It is in the news. Absolutely. This is part of the whole cabal.
Mm.
I'm from Northern California, bro, and Lake Tahoe, and I'm just an hour away from the Grove. I seen them driving in and out of there, man. Sorry. Anyway,
Take care,
go ahead.
Tommy.
I mean,
Appreciate
there's
you.
the three.
All right.
There's the three, okay? And one last thing, real quick, Ben. One last thing. I wish you guys would talk a little bit more about these laws that make communists ineligible for office. Hey, let me ask you this. Do senators and Congress people, do they break the law ever, you think, through their, of course.
Absolutely.
So they're
Tommy,
being
thank you for
remiss.
calling. God bless you. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hey, Ben. Hey, so as far as the secret government stuff, one thing I take a look at is like, are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Oh, sorry. John from Dubuque, Iowa.
John in Iowa. Secret government. Who's running it?
Okay, so I first take a look at like Cecil Rhodes, who, they created the Rhodes Scholarships under. He came up with the whole thing of the circles within circles.
Okay.
And if you look at it, and then you look at the Rhodes Scholarships, look at who gets those. Rachel Maddow, Bill Clinton. Just look at the whole list of of Rhodes Scholars, and you'll see a pattern there.
Rhodes Scholars.
But then
That's
also,
where it's all starting.
well, I mean, I think he's one of the first. If you just look him up, Cecil Rhodes in the circles within circles.
Okay. Okay.
He was one of the first to plan that out.
Okay.
But also, if you're familiar with Colonel Fletcher Prouty, he talked about the breeding program that the CIA or whoever would do. Where basically, they would it's complex, but they would. So the
This is
CIA,
very
let's just say in the
complex.
FBI,
Very
yeah.
complex.
So let's just
all right.
let's just say with like the FBI, the CIA would contact them and say, "Hey, we got to bring a guy in undercover for a certain project we're doing that we have to do it."
All
so
right.
the FBI would be, okay, the
This
CIA,
is
they
a
need this
long.
guy.
I see you're going to connect some dots that are pretty long. I appreciate you calling. Let's go line 2. What do you got?
Hi, Ben. It's Trudy over in Ohio.
Trudy in Ohio.
Here's the deal. If you go online to the Library of Congress.
Library of Congress. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on.
All of the secret work of the Freemasons is on there in plain English, and you can read all their secrets. If they're so secret, why do they have a sign hanging out front everyone that you have in any of your communities, what time they meet and what day? If it's so secret, why would they do that?
That sounds really odd. Thank you for calling, Trudy. Line 4. Where are you calling from?
Hey, brother, it's Airborne Professor. You were asking who runs the shadow government.
Who's
It's
running
actually a real small group. It's the Cookie Monster.
Okay.
Bert and Ernie, and the count is in charge of the Treasury.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Who's running the government then? Who's running it? Is it was Jim Henson? Is he the one that started the Muppets?
Yes, I believe so. I think he's the mastermind behind it all.
Let me ask you this. Are the old guys that are like in their 80s that meet up once a month at the Masonic Lodge, are they controlling the world?
No, because I actually I am a Mason.
Wait a
And,
second. This is dangerous for me to even talk to you. Holy crap.
What a lot of people don't realize is in the Masonic Lodge, there's an open Bible during every meeting.
Wait a second.
And no,
That's
it's not
dangerous.
some weird, strange Bible. It's the King James Bible.
Larry Gibson just says, as a Freemason, nothing I've seen violates anything from the Bible. Okay. Well, hey, Airborne, I really appreciate you, and put in a good word for all the people that are evil that I'm trying to be a good person. I don't know what's going on here. Right.
All right. I just wanted to throw a little levity in there.
Absolutely. God bless you. Thank you for that. I don't know, man. The Masonic, I don't know. I'm not into that. I literally don't have time. Don't tell Canada about the plan. I think Mitch is running everything from the other ground. Take that case to the federal court. Big Bird. Okay, that's a good one. Benny Johnson, why haven't you addressed the Mike Lindell calling for amnesty? It's weird some of the people that are silent about this. That's one that gets me. Let's go line 2. Where are you calling from? What is your name?
Yeah, Ben, this is John in Pride, Louisiana. I just want to tell you to go out yonder and enjoy yourself riding today, because I was up at daylight riding, and it's a beautiful day.
That's where I'm headed. I'm headed to Springfield, Missouri. I'm meeting up with a Navy buddy of mine I haven't seen in 25 years. We're going to have a great cigar and probably go have some good lunch. Thank you for calling, John in Pride,
There
Louisiana.
you go, buddy. Later.
What kind of bike do you ride, John? I think John hung up. I was going to see what kind of bike he rides. Let's see here. I want to see Elizabeth Warren. What did the Slapaho say this morning? Let's see what the Slapaho says. She's an Indian in the Slapaho tribe.
Quick question for you. I know you're vehemently opposed to the Save America Act, but does the recent revelation in New Jersey with the aliens who are actually registered to vote change your opinion on getting that legislation passed?
Look, it is already illegal for someone who's not an American citizen to vote, period.
But there's
That's the
at
law.
least 400 aliens that did vote.
There are already laws to prevent that.
Well, the
And
aliens
if
gonna
people
have-
have
There's already laws to prevent it. They don't break the law. Line 3, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Calling from Winnemucca, Nevada.
Okay,
And
what
this
would you
was
like to
Gary
say?
7 again.
Okay.
I want to know what your opinion is on the Shiloh Hendricks travesty and the N-word that she used.
You
Does she have a
know,
right to use it?
I don't use that word. I consider it a racial slur. I've got friends that are black. I would never use that because of respect to them. I think the same thing should apply for like rap music and things like that. I don't know. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you
all
this.
races have their N-words.
I'll tell you this. Are you white, black, brown? What color are you, Gary?
I'm white.
Okay. Is there a word that bothers you if somebody calls you something?
Not really, because all races can be the N-word. It can apply to any race. It's just a derogatory term, but it is part of the First Amendment.
So you think it's free speech to use that?
Yes. But
How
you better
often
be
do
ready to
you
do-
how
but if
often
you're
do
gonna
you use it?
you
How
can-
often do you use it?
Well, very rarely, but I've used it.
Okay.
But you better be ready to duke it out if you use it against a black man. You better be ready to back it up.
Huh. Okay. All right.
That's the way it is.
That's your you can say anything you want. You can go into a theater and yell fire. You can go onto an airplane and say boom. You can say whatever you want, but anything you say does have consequences. Would you agree
You
with
got to be
that?
responsible for your own words.
You would agree with that?
I agree that a man should be responsible for his own words and actions.
Do you know what word bothers me the most if somebody calls me?
No.
Lazy. That's the word that makes me the most angry. If somebody calls me lazy, that's the word that bothers me. Thank you for calling, Gary. Appreciate you. Somebody says it's an effing word. Get over it. Okay. I mean, I don't really care what you say.
Look, it is already illegal for someone who's not an American citizen to vote. Period.
But there's
That's the
at
law.
least 400 aliens that did vote.
There are already laws to prevent that.
Well, do you
And
think
if
anything's gonna
people
happen?
have violated the law, then they should be prosecuted.
Do you think
Easy.
anything's actually going to happen? I thought Democrats always said that there's no evidence of
I don't
illegals
understand why you want laws that are already there. That
they're not
makes
being-
no sense.
But I thought Democrats said illegals never vote, but obviously they do, right?
Are illegals voting? I think they are. I think they are. We can kind of piece these things together. Let's see here. What do we got here? That's those polls there. Mike, there we go. You know what? I'm not even going to go near that anymore. I'm tired of the topic, to be honest with you. The people in Minnesota are going to make the decision. Whatever they decide, I think that's exactly what they want. The lines are open. If you want to call in, feel free. I'd love to get your opinion. I think the people of Minnesota will decide who they want. Sadly, because it's an open primary, anyone can vote in the Republican primary, or it's an open state. Anyone can vote in the primaries there. You can have Democrats voting for Republicans. You can have Republicans voting for Democrats. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's a good idea. I think it's very similar to like the ranked choice voting. I think that's garbage. So, I did reach out to another channel, a big prominent Mike Lindell supporter. Asked him to come onto the show. He politely just declined, said no. I'll say this, and let me grab some of these while we're doing this. I'll say this. I go onto a lot of channels into their chat and engage with a lot of creators. I've seen a lot of you in there. I'll drop super chats to other channels because I appreciate what they're doing and I understand what hard work is going on there. I've never seen anyone from another channel, another creator, come to my channel and do the same. I've also been in a group text over the last, 6 months to a year with some other creators. And I asked the question in there yesterday, why some of these other channels don't engage with their chat. And I was told very nonchalant that they don't matter. So, and some of these channels that are in this chat and the person that said it, you probably all watch. I would 99% guarantee you, I would say 98.6% guarantee you watch the channel of the person that said the chat doesn't matter. Ben, you're the best. No, I'm not. I'm a horrible human being. I'm trying to be better. Much love, many prayers. Thank you, Queen Bee. Texas Aviator, thank you very much for the super chat. Fruits are their labors. Ye shall know them. Super chat from Gooch. VB, when do you think the last time there wasn't a shadow government running things is the question. Gooch, I'm going to say probably prior to Abraham Lincoln, because we know what happened to Lincoln. I would say goes all the way back to Lincoln. I do believe there are powers that be. I don't know if you want to call them shadow government or just a group of people that are undercutting the actual will of the American people. But I would go back to Lincoln. Dennis, the fruits of the labors. Gooch asked that question about when's the last time that I think that there wasn't. Same one that took out Kennedy. Let's go right here. Line 1. Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning, Annapolis, Maryland.
Annapolis,
I'm
Maryland. Good morning.
digressing. Yeah. Westmore, the stolen valor thing, and
Is
that
he your
thing
governor
that,
in Maryland? Is he the governor there?
yes, but I'm actually helping Dan Cox for governor.
Dan Cox. I don't know much about him. Talk to me about him.
He's a constitutional lawyer.
Okay.
He was a teacher.
Okay.
He has 10 kids.
10 kids. Okay,
He has,
gotcha.
yes, Christian, was a delegate here in the state house.
Okay.
His lieutenant governor that he picked has a degree from Liberty University.
Good
in
university.
religion.
Okay.
Yep. He's a gun store owner and a real estate agent, which shows capitalism, and people want to get behind. But I'm wondering, can Pete Hegseth investigate Westmore? Because it turns out that medal was retroactive, and somehow Kamala Harris helped them get it.
I think Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, might have bigger fish to fry than stolen valor.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen what's happening in Iran?
Yes, I do.
And what's the guy's name that you said again? What was his name?
For governor?
Yeah, the one that you just talked about. You gave me the highlight about. What was his name?
Dan Cox.
Dan, C-O-X?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Maryland, Dan Cox. Maryland for governor. I want to pull this up. Let's see this guy. It sounds like he checks all the right boxes, which tells me he probably has no chance. But you know, let's go here and see what we can find. I want to share your stuff with this.
Our General Assembly is all Democratic.
Oh, really?
And they're taking Andy Harris as our only Republican seat away.
Okay, so let me go here. About Dan Cox. It says, lifelong Marylander. I didn't know that's what they were called. Father, grandfather, small business owner. Okay, I love all this. Let's serve in the state, Maryland families. He was a lawyer, individuals, former elected town council, state delegate, career built on service, safe neighborhoods, strong schools. What's wrong with this guy? Why wouldn't he get picked?
He's too perfect.
You might be right. He's too good. He's too right.
And Maryland doesn't want common sense.
Huh. You know, we can both agree the city that is going to elect the governor is Baltimore, right? That's where all the votes are at.
And Montgomery County.
Montgomery County and Baltimore.
Which is a suburb of D.C.
Do you think he has a chance of winning?
I want him to win, but I don't know.
What's his stance on amnesty? Is he for amnesty?
No, he's for strong borders.
I like everything about this
and
guy.
We're a sanctuary state.
Of course you are.
I feel like if we don't have the SAVE Act, I'm worried.
Without the SAVE Act, nothing matters, right?
Right. Not in Maryland.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean,
illegal could vote here.
For anybody that's watching this, go to this website and you can get a sign, you can volunteer, there's a store, you can support them and buy a t-shirt, a coffee mug. I hope who's the other candidate? Is Wes Moore running for re-election?
Yes.
I thought Wes Moore would run for president for the Democrats.
I think he's trying to become president, honestly.
He seems like he checks all the boxes too, doesn't he? Very Obama-esque. And he's got such a beautiful smile. That is a beautiful smile right there.
He has a nickname, Pretty Boy.
Wes Moore does? Okay.
Yeah.
So he's Pretty Boy. What about the Lieutenant Governor, Aruna K. Miller? Talk to me about her. What's going on with Aruna?
I know.
Oh, she was born in India. Born in India. That's nice. Born in India.
Very little about her. I don't follow him. I don't like them.
So she was born in India. She chairs the first Council on Interfaith Outreach. I don't know what that is, but it sounds scary.
Neither do I.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, thank you for the call. I really appreciate the education on what problems Maryland's about to have to endure. God bless you. There we go. Great call. Learned a little something new about the Maryland situation. Wow. Memphis. Well, I will support you, Ben. We'll continue. Thank you. Ben, you're the best. I am not the best. I am not the best. I don't even consider myself that. But I did try to get someone on that wanted to talk about the situation that we've covered the last couple of days. They completely declined. What is this? Minnesota Star Tribune coming in this morning. Republican Mike Lindell campaigns for governor with backing from President Trump. His company, MyPillow, paces more. Whoa, hold up. Hold up. Did anybody know about this? $25 million in creditor claims for unpaid bills. Is this true? He owes $25 million? Wait a second. Let's go this. Mike Lindell owes $25 million creditor claims. Lines are open. If you're up there, wages garnish. Whoa. They've garnished his wages, lien on a house. That's horrible. Mike owes $48,000 in property taxes. He says he paid up. Good for him. Mike Lindell lawyers are dodging meetings. I don't know about that. Okay. I wish the guy the best. If the people of Minnesota vote for him and they choose him, I will support him 1,000%. I won't ever let him come on my channel, and I'll never sponsor. Well, I would love to have him on for an interview. I digress. I would love to talk to him. I would probably ask tough questions. That would not be as welcome as some people would be. I would not run cover for the guy. What do you call 15 people from Elkton, Maryland? A full set of teeth. I don't know where that is. We need George Washington. Lines are open, 615-475. I think we're maybe done for today. How about that? I'm going to Just For Him cigar shop. I'm on my way right now. If there's anybody that wants to meet me at the Just For Him cigar shop in Springfield, Missouri, feel free. I would love to give you a Silver Eagle. All you got to do is walk up, shake my hand, and tell me boom shakalaka. And that's where I'm headed. That's where I'm headed this morning. So with that being said, I think it's time to roll the footage.
Keep the watch on the 1MC. Pass the word. Dive, dive. Sound 2 blasts of dive alarm. Pass the word. Dive, dive.
Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Same old song again. Same old song again. Marching down the avenue. Marching down the avenue. We don't know when we'll be through. We don't know when we'll be through. A long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Recruiter just inside here. Recruiter just inside here. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Had to get out of boot camp. Had to get out of boot camp. They won't like the smoking lamp. They won't like the smoking lamp. Now I'm a submariner. Now I'm a submariner. Rolling in the deep, sir. Rolling in the deep, sir. Top secret mission, hush, hush. Secret mission, hush, hush. No one's gonna find us. No one's gonna find us. 6 months below the ocean. 6 months below the ocean. Can't remember the sun. Can't remember the sun. Can't write my wife no letters. Can't write my wife no letters. And Tony's gonna get her. Tony's gonna get her. But I won't trade this life away. I won't trade this life away. Makes it worth the Navy pay. Makes it worth the Navy pay. If I can't be a bobblehead. I can't be a bobblehead. Might as well just be dead. Might as well just be dead. Long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Coral Sea. I've been to Coral Sea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Korea. I've been to Korea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Desert Storm. I've been to Desert Storm. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Afghanistan. I've been to Afghanistan. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Iraq and back. I've been to Iraq and back. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where will you be? Where will you be? I'll be where I have to be. I'll be where I have to be. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
Anthony Fauci just popped up on my feed here, going back to right before the last election. I want you to hear this. Listen to this. October 2020.
Has the White House been controlling when you can speak with the media?
You know, I think you'd have to be honest to say yes. I certainly have not been allowed to go on many shows that have asked for me.
One of the most trusted voices in America, and yet you're not there. You're not allowed to talk with us. So can you understand the frustration that maybe there's been a restriction on the flow of information and on transparency?
You know, I think there has been a restriction, John, but it doesn't, it isn't consistent.
Has the White House been controlling?
Is he one of the most trusted voices in America? Was he? Look at this. ICE agent taking down a guy in Chicago. Looks like the guy might have something in his waistband there. What do you think here?
He's not doing anything. You're saying that. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything.
That's exactly the kind of ICE agents I want. I want ICE agents just like that. I think that's the kind of ICE agents we need, to be honest with you. Wow. And then we've got J.D. Vance celebrating the deportation of 350,000 Haitians. J.D. is celebrating. That's what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to do some moonwalking right out of here. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one.